Tara Jacobson, Marketing Artfully, and today we're going to be talking about how to do keyword research with Claude and Pinclicks for Pinterest. I want to come in here and make a couple of new pins for this post. 13 amazing fall scents to make your home smell amazing. And so I did a search on Pinterest for fall scents, and that's my post. That's a year old because that would have been my second pin by the design. And I'm excited to see that there's nothing really new popping off. So what I'm going to do, normally I would come over to Pinclicks and do a search for fall scents. And there's a decent volume. That's why I wrote the blog post, right? And what I would normally do is looking for keywords. I definitely could use fall scent combos, so I'm going to open that up. Not winter scent, cinnamon scent. It's not a perfume. Scent aesthetic. Oh, this is good. They add aesthetics to every single keyword. And so I would have a little text document over here, and I would start building a fall scents. We had autumn scents. We said fall scent combos, cinnamon scent. There's definitely cinnamon in that fall scent post. I can't remember. So then I would have to really look at my post. Warm fragrance, autumn scents, scent ideas, that's new. I would just continue to do a bunch of research for the post so I could have keywords that look good, and then I would probably go back and try to see what the search volume was for those keywords. Now I don't have to do any of that. So I made 2 Pinclicks research projects, and I put the pictures of my boards and all the posts from my website in here. And then I wrote instructions saying, this is a project doing keyword research. I've uploaded Pinterest boards. I'll be asking for individual post research. After we do keyword research, I would like you to give me 25 Pinterest titles and descriptions. Then I would like to get a list of relevant boards. Note if this is a search for seasonal post. Please use historical data. This last bit is when I ask you to hydrate, this is what I mean. I can't give you that whole prompt because I got it from a course I took from Carly Campbell called Pinteresting in the AI Era. So it's her prompt. But functionally what it is, I'll put a link to that below and in the blog post. This is what I understand hydrating to be. It's that Claude is going to go 3 levels deep the way that we just did with those interests, but do it in a non-judgmental way. So for me, I had a human's interpretation of it. So I was like, oh, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do this. But what Claude is going to do is it's going to go through and find me the highest volume keywords that I could use in my pin titles and descriptions to try to get the most traffic for that little fall scents post, right? And that's in my project instructions. So what are we going to do? We're going to say, and what we have to realize as a human is that we have a finite ability to handle information, right? Like, if I'm doing this, I am just overwhelmed with data, right? But Claude is not overwhelmed with data. It likes data. It's like, oh, give me all the stuff. So what I would do for this post is I would say, I want to update the pins on my post for this year, 13 fall scents to make your home smell amazing. And then I will say, here is the content of the post, because as we were seeing in the, let's do Control All copy and plop it in, right? It doesn't matter if we spell words wrong. And I'm just going to get the high level overview. And it says, thinking about updating Pinterest pins. It's getting the project information, and I've already hooked it to the Pinclicks in Claude. That P means it's thinking with Pinclicks. Now it's verifying seasonal search trends align with fall timing. That's amazing. Okay, and now that was a horribly long time. It felt like it was probably, I don't know, 45 seconds, maybe a whole minute. But compared to me doing it manually, that's crazy. Okay, this is the keyword research it has come from. Claude pulled a 1-year trend, fall simmer pot. Oh my gosh, so that was in November. So we're going to get some really good, wow. So since my post covers both simmer pots and essential oils, then it made me my 25 different pin titles. And then it gave me my board recommendations. Tony said he's going to probably give us a thing to export our board titles, which would be amazing. Please, Tony. Please and thank you. And this is just step 1. Remember, we want to hydrate next, right? So this is as if we did just an exact match search, but now we're going to say, can you please hydrate this list, and then update the Pinterest titles and descriptions. And we're going to sit here for probably another minute, maybe 2 minutes. Let me hydrate this keyword cluster 3 levels deep, starting with primary interest behind the 25 titles. This is going to get us beyond just the obvious simmer pot, fall scents, things like that. And there's no way that we could do this manually as humans, right? So you've seen me go through and right click and look at them, take my little notepad, and then get the keywords, and then I would maybe look for search volumes for those or note the search volumes. And the problem with that is we can't, as humans, we're judgmental, right? So like I have in my head what that post is about. And so it's very hard for me to look outside of that. It's like a self-limiting thing where Claude and Pinclicks don't care. They're like, okay, what are the best volume keywords that would match this post? And how can I make an angle for it that would make sense, right? So we're going to let him do his thing. Okay, so this is crazy pants. It found, now you might think, let's go back up here. So you might think, oh my gosh, 123,000 volume, that's amazing. Well, a new pin on an old post is probably going to have a hard time competing with that. But a new pin competing against Simmer Pot Recipes House Smells has a much better chance of breaking out. And once you start getting clicks to that kind of thing, then Pinterest will expand it to other searches. So what you're trying to do is kind of get picked up by the algorithm as something that is interesting, because it's a really good post. So when people save that or heart it, and then they click through and they spend a little time reading, and then they come back and they save it, that is going to be signals to Pinterest that that's a great seasonal post that they should amplify. And these are keywords that I have a much better chance of ranking for, right? Now that I'm going to have these keywords and build my pins to match these, I've set myself up to be way more effective rather than just doing another pin that is 12 autumn scents or 13 cozy fall scents, right? So this is what Claude said. The Potpourri and Simmer Pot Recipes House Smells cluster is a single biggest untapped opportunity. It carries huge volume. Room deodorizer DI, major hubs. So including that language helps discover. Okay, so that did take, I would say, 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. And then it built my whole Pinterest title and description strategy. And then I can just use these titles and descriptions to go ahead and make new AI pins, and I'll make some new standard pins so that I can have the best chance to rank this post this year for the seasonal content. I will also put a link to my seasonal content calendar. I am a huge seasonal content advocate, and so this is right in my wheelhouse. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out or sign up for Pinclicks. Tony has a free, I think it's a week, that you could put your content in, try it, and then just hook your Pinclicks up to Claude and be able to do this kind of research, Pinterest keyword research yourself. Hopefully that helps. Tara Jacobson, Marketing Artfully.